Welcome back, guys. A long live stream today. That was pretty intense. It was a little slow. It was intense, but it was slow. It was just, we were really waiting for moves to come to us all day. Then we finally had one, but the breakout really wasn't too strong. So let's start this little recap today. And like always, let me just go ahead and share my screen. So what we had actually, before anything, let's go to our trade overview. This month has been pretty good overall. I mean, we started really horrible in October. Here we had those two big losses. We were really choppy in our strategy. But then, as that strategy really came together a little bit more, we were able to really start picking up our trading in the beginning of November. So, the first week of November was a little bit mixed. We kept our losses fairly low, and then we really started picking up our trading the second week. We had a, really nice week, no losses. And then, this week we've just been all over the place. I was getting a little too aggressive almost on all the plays. But what's really good here, and you could really take away, is that our losses are getting a lot smaller. You can see we had one really nice green day, and that was only with one trade, and it was a 7% gainer. I mean, you got to remember, we're obviously using a tiny position size. I understand that this looks really unimpressive, but these next 6 weeks are all about getting that foundation together, figuring out the strategy. So we haven't really, we know it as good as our hands or back of our hands, or however you say that. And that's really the main focus of this week. So I just want to kind of say that quickly. What is really good, this was a 7% win. This was about a 3.5% loss because we're trading with $1,000 position sizes. So our losses are getting much better, and our wins are really consistent with those higher ranges. So overall, I mean, this week, yeah, we're down a little bit. We're down about $100 this week, a little over $100, but I'm really not complaining. It almost doesn't really bother me. I think somehow this week was kind of a win because we really proved to ourselves that we were able to do some really good risk management, even when we're too aggressive, or maybe we're not seeing a perfect play or something like that. So this week I definitely kind of butchered, but at the same time we didn't really lose that much money, and we're still up on the month. So once we start trading with bigger position sizes, this is going to be really important that we can maintain our risk management. Coming over quickly to the day trades, you can see what we did today. We were trading EYEG, and quickly again, guys, small position sizes, usually around $1,000. Our average position size is about 1,023, and we are getting a lot better at properly allocating to our trade. So that kind of took a while. October was a little all over the place just because of that. You know what? I could probably put my face back in here. So these were all failed breakout trades, and let's go ahead and review each one of them. Coming over the chart here, we had them on our scanners. EYEG was the top one on our scanner. I don't think this is going to pop up anymore. Let me see. No, it's not going to pop up. So our gap scanner for Friday was right here, and we had EYEG was near the top, third one to the top, and this one was looking pretty good. It was exactly in our price range, $6.78. The market cap 25 million, and the shares float roughly about 3.3, I think it was. This is total shares outstanding, and the float was just a little bit less when I looked it up. So this is exactly what we were looking for. And then when the morning opened, we had that little pullback right here. We had that green to red move. I was really thinking about potentially entering a position right here, but I remember that this whole week we were a little bit too aggressive, so I didn't go ahead and do that. I really kind of took my foot off the pedal and just kind of waited. Waited for a good position, waited for some sort of support to come in, waited for really any sort of good move to happen. So we were really following this one the whole time during the live stream. And then finally here, we had that big secondary crash to the downside, and we were finding some support in this area. And I was like, okay, this could be where, we're finding some support. We're going to look for a little breakout in this area. And it was looking quite good. We entered here. When was that? That was the 96. So right around here, when we broke over this candle's close, and I wanted to see a continuation breakout, maybe to the 33, and then maybe hold this area. But I probably would have took some profits in this area. This trade wasn't going to be that big, maybe about a 5% gainer at best. But then, we had that pullback, so I quickly got back out. And again, then, basically the same thing happened. We were forming some sort of pullback right here, and I bought again right around here when I was expecting this one to break out to the upside. Again, we almost got this breakout. This was a green candle for quite some time, but then it just didn't hold, and then I got out again right away when the breakout didn't happen. And then the third time, now this is after the live stream. I closed the live stream out. I said, you know what, I'm done for trading today, and I meant it. But then we were breaking out the highs, right? We were breaking above the EMA right here. We were holding our highs really good. And then again, just like this trade over here, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go for it. I really like this setup. So I entered the trade right here. Then we break to the highs. And this was looking really good. When we hit 722, I was like, all right, this is looking great. But boom, big rejection. And then I just simply got out of this trade right away again when we didn't hold this area, because you don't know when this thing's going to crash, how hard it's going to crash, and all that. So ultimately this was just a whole choppy area. And then we had a big pullback over here. So we used 3 trades today, kind of a lot, but we used them kind of smartly in different accounts. So it doesn't affect us as bad as it affected us last week on Friday. That forced us to only have 1 trade per week. Per day, so that was a little unfortunate. This time I used 1 trade in our cash account, because that cash account is always alternating trades. So I want to use that one first every time. And then we have kind of 3 backup trades, right, in our margin account. So we used 2 of those today, which isn't that great. But ultimately that's just kind of what happened. Looks like it's kind of breaking out right now. So already a 6% bounce, but I don't really want to be trading anymore. We've used all our trades in a way. I mean, we have 1 trade left, but I don't really want to be using that. I want to kind of have a reserve trade. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of what we were looking for all day today. It was some sort of bottom forming and then a break to the upside. Just somehow, it wasn't meant to be today. So that's just, I'm going to have to deal with that. What I should have been doing, and I don't usually like to look at too many different things at once, but what would have been a good thing to look at on this was just to keep my eyes open a little bit more. So ASLN was breaking constantly to new highs. Look how many times it was halted today. It was halted a ridiculous amount of times. And when this big pullback happened, I went ahead and noticed that this 1.5 area was major support. And we could have entered the trade here. I should have realized that this is where the action was. And then, it's fine. If I only want to focus on 1-2 stocks a day, that's fine. So if I, let's say, only wanted to focus on 1 stock, then I should have moved over my focus to ASLN, because this is really where the action was. And I think today's biggest lesson is just, if what I'm looking at isn't really doing what I want it to do, it's fine. Like, I should just move on to what is moving. And in this case, ASLN was moving. I mean, I never want to get overwhelmed. You guys know that when I'm trading the tick view, the 133 tick or something like that, or I just enter a trade, it's usually not a good idea. But if what I'm trading like today, EYEG, and it's not really doing anything, then I should probably go ahead and look for something else and maybe put some alerts up. So just in case it does do something, then we'll be, ready for it, or we can keep an eye on a future entry. But, this thing just overall is a little all over the place in this whole entire area. Yeah, I don't know. And you guys could check the live stream again. Right around this area on the opening bell, I said, $8 would have been a good bounce. I should have traded this one. This would have been a nice little morning panic here to this support zone. I don't really know why I didn't do that one. That would have been the perfect trade of the day. We could have walked away with 12%, boom, been done with trading and just moved on. So ultimately today was just 3 scratches, two losses, 1 win, but everything was in scratch territory under 2%. So, nothing really major. Yeah, I'm not going to be trading this anymore today. I'm, fully done with trading. Really, in the first hour of the market open, I want to be done trading. So I definitely traded a little bit too long today. You can see I took my first trade after 1 hour of the market open, and I took my last trade about at 11, so about an hour and a half after the market opened. And this was just all fake out territory. HEPA, H-E-P-A, which we had a kind of a rough time trading yesterday. This would have been the way to trade HEPA. So we bought HEPA a little bit too early. We had that big pullback. then some consolidation in this area as we found a bottom, and then we had that really nice rally, 15% rally. And that's what I was looking for our EYEG trade. I was looking for that consolidation in here and then a break back to the upside, and then I would have wanted to take some profits near this big shoulder, but we just didn't get that, so that's fine. That's just how it is. Ultimately, I want to be focusing on what's moving, and sometimes even though I'm ready to go for a certain stock, I gotta understand that sometimes it's not meant to be, and then I just got to move on. Got to, cut my mental losses, I guess you can say. That's everything for this video, guys. I hope you found some value in it. Give a thumbs up if you did, and also subscribe, and make sure to hit that bell icon too, so you won't miss any upcoming videos. Again, guys, we go live every morning. Every morning the market is live. Every morning the market is trading. Every non-holiday, every trading day at 9:15. And we build the watch list together for the first 15 minutes, and then we trade the market open for anywhere between 30 minutes and an hour, depending on really what's moving. So guys, I can't wait to see you then on Monday. Again, have a great rest of your Friday and enjoy your weekend. Till next time, guys, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.